ago, in a faraway village, people lived in madness. Then, there was a group of elders who suddenly met a figure. He gave them a special mission to bring back peace to their community. But when they asked how, he vanished. 100 years have passed and the problem was still the same. There lived three friends, doing their usual activities when a particular figure appeared to them to relay an important message.
Divine greetings, Alethea, Marcelo, and Anton.
Said the figure.
I have come upon you to deliver an appointment for you.
Now, the three were puzzled.
As you may have seen, chaos have been rampant in this village for over many years now. Your ancestors have already tried to solve this problem but to no avail. I am once again imparting unto you the same message. Each of you has a unique gift that will mend the brokenness of this village. It will be up to you to figure out how it would bring peace to all who reside here.
Immediately after, the figure disappeared. Alethea went to study and preach the word. She became so well versed in the doctrine that the spirituality of truth descended upon her. Off Alethea went to teach people among the village to discern, be critical, and live the truth. Marcelo noticed how people were fighting off each other's truth, or at least their understanding of it. Here, he showed kindness and compassion to others. Marcelo taught people that while theory was important, practice, in its mercy, will take you further, blessing him with the spirituality of mercy. This showed particularly in the culture within the village. Finally, Antonio noticed that only those who were able or privileged enough were given the attention in the village. Because of this, he attended to the poor and established a sense of tending to each other's needs. Antonio was blessed with the spirituality of communion. It might seem that things are already improving. However, citizens are still in banter with each other. It has also come to a point that the three friends were trying to overthrow each other, especially Alethea and Marcelo.
People would stop being chaotic in their illusions if only they knew how to accept the truth. Truth shall always prevail,
says Alethea.
Well, how can you be insistent with your truths if you aren't kind enough about it? There's so much cruelty in this world already. What everyone needs is mercy.
Marcelo replies. Antonio stays silent and reflects on this exchange.
Guys, do you not remember what has been said to us in the first letter of Corinthians chapter 1 verse 10? That there should be no division among us, but instead that we should be joined together in the same mind and judgment? Maybe the reason this village is in shambles, even with our ancestors, is because we keep overthrowing each other instead of helping each other.
This knocked some sense to Alethea and Marcelo. Antonio then suggested that the three of them should unite and plan on how they will accomplish their mission. Both Alethea and Marcelo lowered their pride and settled to come up with well-founded agreement. Their agreements were to equally promote and exercise the truth, mercy, and communion. Truth must be conveyed effectively through dialogue to be properly understood. Accept our active responsibility in showing kindness and mending people's hearts so peace can be established. Encourage offering forgiveness and reconciliation towards our enemies. Prevent oneself from being self-centered, selfish, and having too much pride. Welcome and appreciate the deeds and gifts of others. Offer deep and genuine relationship. And finally, to embrace everyone's similarities and differences. The three of them announced their established agreements to the public. Luckily, it was well received and everyone made an effort to adapt. Little by little, things improved within the different aspects of the village. One can see that the spirituality of truth, mercy, and communion were equally shared with the citizens, and that each was fairly strengthened and exercised. The people were able to develop meaningful relationships and now valued the sense of love. One fine day, the three were again visited by the figure.
Divine greeting. Alethea, Marcelo, and Antonio. You have figured out what your ancestors couldn't. As a reward for your work, the heavens will bless this village with abundance, and that no wars nor divisions shall arise for your descendants unless they have willfully chosen to be evil. Until then, Shalom.
After this encounter, Alethea, Marcelo, and Antonio decided to establish a tradition wherein its main focus is to tell the story to the generations to come so that they will be reminded about the importance of their gifts and to maintain what they have already started. Until their death, Alethea, Marcelo, and Antonio lived harmoniously as the spirituality of truth, mercy, and communion prevailed in their village. And they lived happily ever after. The end.